Round of applause for the President of the Republic of Ghana. Why? One bossing. Because the news on the TL is that he has denied the South African President, Cyril Ramaphosa, access to the country. And we are happy because you can't go about and allow some of your citizens to engage in xenophobic acts and decide, say, you want to come to the shores of Ghana. When you do that, we will tell you not to come.
You don't know these streets like we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching. I go by the name Zil Nana Kweku Bless, and this is my editorial. Round of applause for the President of the Republic of Ghana. Why? One bossing. Because the news on the TL is that he has denied the South African President, Cyril Ramaphosa, access to the country. And we are happy because you can't go about and allow some of your citizens to engage in xenophobic acts and decide, say, you want to come to the shores of Ghana. When you do that, we will tell you not to come. We were all here when the guy, one of the leaders of the xenophobic thing they were going about in South Africa, Eka say, Obeto, the whole of Africa. Because say, Yaboni shake no. Now, it looked like the president of South Africa wanted to step in this gentleman's shoes. But some people ask, the president of South Africa na Ankasano or Ghana abeye den, like obeye den ni den ene wo Ghana or befa. So the little research I got to know, it's about a binational commission which started or took place in 2024 between the then president of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, this binational commission, it is a meeting of probably two countries. Almost say, almost having conversations about politics, almost to me having conversations about a nema about these two countries, trade and in the account. So, in 2024, 12th of March, the president of the Republic of Ghana, then Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, went to South Africa to sit and have that conversation with the president of South Africa. And this thing, it is done. The German president of Ghana, they are come to sit to have conversation. You will see the president of the Republic of Ghana, or to me call China. They are jaw-jawing. They are having conversations on how to make these two countries very, very easy to access, especially when it comes to trade and enyama bebre, because so when Akufo-Addo went to South Africa on the 12th of March, Onyom Kotnase having the conversation, and now the South African president Ramaphosa was looking forward to coming to Ghana in August. The now president John Dramani Mahama asked Nase I have a conversation about trade and other things, and Mahama was like, no, because of Inyema Ekoso Chrome Hono. Recently, there was one conversation about a Ghanaian who died in South Africa. Breaking news know how Ghana South Africans came to deny, and up to now we've not had any clarity on that particular issue. So the president is like, watch a chairman sama mababefa menkrof with your country. You now want to come and sit and have conversations with me? So after doing that, the president of the Republic of Ghana saw it twice. Hey, member, if we are ready, we will come and call you. Then we sit and have a conversation. There's a video of the presidential spokesperson of South Africa denying, and that's dismissing the report, the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, was denied request to come to Ghana. Let's watch this video.
Between the two countries, what is that?
Well, binational commission, it's when two countries come together. At times, it will be at ministerial level, and you have delegations from both sides, including at times business, where the two countries are discussing the relationship that includes trade, political, or on specific issues. And that's where you see them unpacking the agreements between the two countries. And therefore, according to South Africa, this was supposed to be a binational commission. As you know that in 2024, the former president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, was in South Africa for the binational commission. It was on the 12th of March. And now it was the turn for Ghana to host that binational commission because an agreement was reached at that time that we will be hosting in 2026. So South Africa was just seeking clarity as to when and where, the formalities and the logistics, because this is something that was agreed to in 2024 under President Kufuor-Addo. Now you have another president, John Mahama, and they were engaging at that level. And therefore, you had media from West Africa saying that it was a state visit. It was not a state visit. It was discussions, logistical issues in terms of whether the binational commission that was agreed to in 2024, an agreement that Ghana must host, will it still go ahead so that they can prepare as South Africa to travel to Ghana? And therefore, there was a confusion. I think verification was not properly done, or perhaps because of the current attempts to isolate South Africa and the concerted effort of misinformation and disinformation, this story was not properly verified. It's not a state visit.
Right.
A state visit, it's all the pomp and ceremony. And normally with state visit, the host country invites the guest to come and visit. Of course, then at that time when you are visiting, you can then also extend an invitation to your host as the president of a particular country to say, I also want you to come and visit my country at the state level. So binational commission, it's not the highest level of engagement of the two leaders. The highest level of engagement of two heads of state, it is the state visit. And I think that's the difference that perhaps we must note. But this, it looks like it was blown out of proportion.
Ladies and gentlemen, see, whether it was request, whether it was planned, say, opeso planning on ahead of time. We are in our country, we are fixing our country. You told us to go back to our country, and we are in our country and we are fixing our country. Zimbabwe, they are yo. I'm waiting for Nigeria to also do the same thing. Right now, it is like that. If you give us pepper, we'll give you pepper. We have all shine our eye. Now, in a conversation with a professional to ask about whether it is normal to hold on a state visit, whether it is normal, say a president can say, I know we've had this conversation some time back, but this time around, I don't want us to have it this set period. It's postponed it to another day. No, whether it is normal, this is what he had to say.
So I think that buying is a politically charged, atmosphere. It's only right, even though we don't know the reason why, this visit has been called off. We understand that the meeting, the agreement to meet was before these attacks, happened. But I think that looking at what is happening, it only makes sense that we apply some brakes on the visit and then see how things can be resolved going forward. It doesn't mean that relationship with South Africa has been halted. Look, diplomatic altercations, diplomatic quarrels, or diplomatic disagreement happen every now and then. We had one some few months ago with the United States. But where there is a need to cooperate, right? The need for cooperation sometimes rises above, some of these back and forth, some of these diplomatic calls. So it doesn't mean the relationship between South Africa and Ghana has been halted. What it also means is that regardless of these cooperation tendencies or diplomatic engagement, Ghana has every right to register its resentment if it feels its foreign policy directives or its national interest is compromised or is affected in some way. So I think that we probably need to see the devil is in the detail. We probably have to wait to see the reason why this visit, the reason why the visit has been called on. But I think that this is not new. These kind of things are not new, and they won't affect Ghana-South Africa, relationship.
And massive shout outs to Joy Prime for that particular conversation. Now, and no. Wamba, August no baba wamba. We are okay. After listening to what he said, I don't think there's an issue anywhere. I don't think as they said it when John Dramani Mahama went to bring 300 Ghanaians back to Ghana. No, said we overreacted. No, I'm not sure they can open their mouth and say we are overreacting now. It is our time. We dictate the pace. We don't want to see you in August when we are ready. Come into the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think, but keep it real because the streets is always watching.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We show.